in 14:23, if you keep reading down that's why I said read the whole chapter. Keep reading out. He says, Jesus answered, if a person really loves me, he will keep my word, obey my teachings, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home, abode, special dwelling place with him. So now he's talking about making you the home of God, of the Father. And see, we've kind of said that there's a song, I think, I don't know who sang it years ago, that's, it's a big, big house and lots of room, right? Great song. But then people will be like, well, I don't know if I want to live next to that person in heaven. We'll have the neighborhood of Pentecostals, the neighborhood of the Baptists, because that's how we think. That's how we think. But the truth is we're in God. We're in him. The truth is Jesus made a way so we could be in him now, not later. A gentleman, pastor, shared one time, and of course, take it for what it's worth because it's not in the scriptures, but listen to what he said. He was taken into a trance. I actually saw this. He was taken into a trance, and he was frozen there for a while. When he came out, he shared about his trip. He actually was taken into heaven and I think took communion or something like that. But what I got out of it, he said that everything in heaven, every molecule in heaven was Jesus. He said everything. So again, we have like the enemy likes to steal things, right? So the enemy will tell you that there's some new age stuff that says, well, God is in everything. Wonder where they got that from, right? Lucifer knows what it's like to be in the presence of God. So he counterfeits it. He fakes it. So everything reverberates, whatever the word is, Jesus. His presence, his nature, everything. And so we're going to do, good timing. So what we're going to do is I want you to hear Dad's voice, okay? I want you to hear his voice. It doesn't matter what people preach or whatever. You got to hear him for yourself. You got to be in the Word because he doesn't go outside of his Word. So you've got to be in the Word to discern if it's him or not. But I can guarantee you tonight, I know this, like I know this, that if you're willing to, we're going to actually, in a few minutes, we're actually going to close the YouTube service, and we're going to play a couple songs, okay, for you to spend some time with Dad, okay? You're not going to come up here, and I'm going to lay hands on you. No. You can turn around in your chair. You can come up here. Maybe we'll turn off some of the lights and let the outside lights light up the place. And we're just going to play a few songs, okay? For you and for Father, for him to minister to you. Because he wants to. He created everything for you. I can't explain it any better in Scripture. Everything he created was for you. The only reason things decay, rust, die, and all that stuff is because of the sin nature that was released. It was never the intent. Never the intent. And so if you can find your place in him, if you can find your place in his house, where he is everything, we're going to play a song in a few minutes that see, I have an intimate relationship with God. The reason we are turning the YouTube thing off is because you should be here, okay? You should be here. And when in intimacy, in spending time with God, it's intimate. Why do we think it's okay to be intimate in public? These are things you should be doing at home, okay? Just to share. And the first song, the reason I say used to, is I used to imagine, right? God likes to use your imagination, that I was ice skating with him during the song. And he said, son, you don't need those with me. He doesn't need ice skates. We don't need ice skates. But he wants to be that close to you. He wants to love you. He wants to intimately love you. Closer than your spouse, closer than a friend, closer than the rest for a second. And we'll